A member of the Altoona football team, Colin Strelo, was diagnosed with a rare type of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Last time a NASCAR Cup Series race was held here in Wisconsin was 1956. For context, the #1 song was Heartbreak Hotel by Elvis Presley. Yeah, it's been a while. Hey, you heard it here first. A lot of fun going on in downtown Eau Claire. Shannon, I'm going to send it back to you in the studio. Bucks and 6. Carson Park is an Eau Claire landmark, and its renovation fund is working hard to make it accessible for people of all abilities. There's currently only one skate park here in Eau Claire, but the Eau Claire Skaters Association is hoping to bring a new one over here to Boyd Park. All right, thanks, Coach. Now, this camp runs until 7:30 tonight. We will have full coverage on the 10 p.m. news. Now, Keith, back to you in the studio. Normally, football is a two-team sport, but today, everyone's on the same team, Ashton's team. In Altoona, Evan Denton, News 18. The Olympics begin 1 week from today in Tokyo, and for one Rice Lake native, a middle school dream is about to turn into a reality.
Journey to get here has been crazy.
Kenny Bednarik says he started dreaming about going to the Olympics when he was in middle school.
Every time I stepped on track, I wanted to be better and do better. But when I found out what the WIA state track records were, I was aiming for those, and I ended up eventually getting them in my senior year.
A couple of Bednarik's youth coaches knew he was destined for greatness on the track.
He's a good kid. He deserves all of this. He's just a special kid. He's a good guy. There wasn't really a dip in performance. He would always continue to get better. He would always focus on whatever he needed to focus on.
He's one of the best leaders I've had, one of the most dedicated people, and honestly one of the best teammates I've had. And I think if you talk to any of the kids that were on those teams with him, you'd hear that same thing from them.
Bednarik, the kid from small city Rice Lake, now onto track's biggest stage, the Olympics.
It's awesome to be able to call myself an Olympian. I'm honored. All that hard work that I did from 2019, 2020 when the COVID year came up, and even now, like, it's all paid off.
I think Kenny sends the message that anything is possible. You don't have to come from a big place. You don't have to come from down south in the warmer climates. You can come from anywhere and really achieve, whatever's possible as long as you put that energy and that effort in.
Bednarik continues to put more work into his craft, training 7 days a week for about 2.5 hours, and he has even bigger goals for himself in the future.
My goal in the future is to be the best Olympic athlete ever. So better than Bull, better than all those guys that came before me.
Bednarik leaves for the Olympics on July 24th. He says one of his many goals include running faster than 19.5 seconds in the 200-meter dash. Kids between 3rd and 8th grade arrived at Regis High School's football field Thursday morning for a unique football camp.
It means a lot that people took the time out to, on their own time, to do something like this. We know how our time is so precious.
Normally football is a two-team sport, but today everyone's on the same team, Ashton's team.
He was just fine. All of his doctor's appointments were great. He was ahead of schedule. He was just about to start talking. He was just about to start walking. And then all of a sudden I come home after overnight shift at work. My wife told me she had took him to the hospital, and the doctor told us that he had a tumor. He had a mass in his brain.
Last year, Martin and Robin Adams' son Ashton was transmitted to Marshfield Children's Hospital and diagnosed with a rare form of brain and spinal cancer.
It was a nightmare ever since, honestly.
For the next 127 days, Ashton had a family member by his side every hour of the day. In April 2020, 1-year-old Ashton passed away.
No matter what, Ashton always fought hard. When he was going through chemotherapy as a baby, was very playful, always happy, loved his sisters, mom and dad.
Nice job, love the feet, sprinting that way, now sprint that way.
To honor his son, Martin Adams organized Ashton's Angels football camp. As campers moved from station to station, one name could be heard over the rest.
Being able to be here today to say his name, remember him, it just really means a lot to me. It just puts a smile on my face to hear his name and to know that he's still here with us and still being remembered by people in the area.
Ashton's legacy will stretch far beyond the Regis football field, as each camper received a blue and gold t-shirt that says Ashton's Angels Football Camp. The gold symbolizes cancer. Blue is the color Martin says he associates with Ashton. In Eau Claire, Evan Denton, News 18. It has been 47 years, nearly 5 decades since the Milwaukee Bucks played in the NBA Finals. Now they are one win away from rewriting history. No Giannis, no problem. Bobby Portis stepped into the starting lineup and brought the energy all game long. The Fiserv Forum crowd chanted his name, quickly becoming a fan favorite. And he says he loves playing in Milwaukee. Last time a NASCAR Cup Series race was held here in Wisconsin was 1956. For context, the #1 song was Heartbreak Hotel by Elvis Presley. Yeah, it's been a while. Some of NASCAR's best drivers are ready to take on the historic track, Road America, on the 4th of July, and that includes 14 turns and is over 4 miles long. The Old Abe's baseball team is fresh off its sectional title and now just 3 wins away from a state championship. Union Grove taking on the Memorial Old Abe's in Fond du Lac. Old Abe's up 2-0. Union Grove's Ethan Horon drives one to deep center field. In the bottom of the 4th inning, Isaiah Surface comes around to score to cut the lead in half. Now on to the top of the 5th inning. Luke Erickson scores on the wild pitch, 3-1 Memorial. As we go to the top of the 7th, Dylan O'Connell drives a single to left. Another run comes home. Memorial firmly in control, and they win this one 5-1.